É isso aí, eu sou o DJ Vivaldo da Rádio Reggae Brasil Jamaica, né? E tenho um prazer de mostrar para vocês um pouco do meu trabalho, né? Tá tocando, né? Divulgando o reggae, né? Não deixar nunca o reggae parar, né? Porque quem é DJ, quem é regueiro, toca pedra de verdade, né? E mostra seu talento e seu trabalho, beleza? Então é isso aí. Vou postar agora esse vídeo aí para vocês, né? Conhecer, né? O que é o reggae, né? O reggae das antigas, aqueles reggae mesmo das antigas, né? O reggae rocksteady, né? Aqueles lá do raiz mesmo, né? Aqueles reggae bem das antigas mesmo, né? Com várias atrações, vários cantores aí, vocês vão ter o prazer mesmo aí, né? De conhecer aí, né? Esse vídeo aí, beleza? Então é isso aí. Esse vídeo tem um oferecimento da Rádio Reggae Brasil Jamaica, né? A Rádio Reggae Brasil Jamaica, palco MP3, Rádio Reggae Brasil Jamaica também, né? Que tá bombando lá, com várias pancadas, várias músicas lá pra você estar baixando aí, né? Visita lá, Rádio Brasil Jamaica, palco mp3.com.br, beleza? Então é isso aí. Então vou mandar aquele abração também, né? Pro meu parceirão aí, o Rubinho Roots, né? De Floripa, Santa Catarina, Marcelo BH, né? De Minas Gerais, né? Manu Andrade de Natal, né? Parceirão aí, Manu Andrade, né? A Nete de Fortaleza também, né? DJ Raul Roots de Belém do Pará, um dos DJ nota 10 aí, né? Colecionador de reggae, né? Também o Luizinho Jamaica, né? O Léo também, meu parceirão Léo, né? Isso aí, né? Dequinha, né? De Vitória do Espírito Santo também, né? Que marca presença sempre na rádio, né? Isso aí, gente. Então, pra quem não conhece aí, gente, visita lá a rádio, digita aí Rádio Brasil Jamaica, né? E vocês vão ver e vai conferir o que é um reggae de verdade, né? Eu sou o DJ Vivaldo e a partir de agora, né? Vocês vão assistir, ter o prazer de ver esse vídeo do início ao fim, beleza? Então é isso aí. Se você tiver uma internet lenta, espere carregar esse vídeo aí, tá bom? Espera carregar ele aí e ver, né? Ver ele aí, assiste ele do início ao fim que vocês vão ver o que é reggae de verdade mesmo, né? É um reggae de arrepiar mesmo, com vários cantores aí, né? Que vocês vão ver agora, a partir de agora, esse vídeo postado por mim, DJ Vivaldo Roots, né? E é isso aí, tá bom? Então muito boa noite, vamos lá, vamos pro vídeo.
With me, people get ready, time to rock steady. People get ready, it's time to rock steady. I'm just a lonely man, waiting for music to move me up and down. People get ready, time to rock steady. Get ready, it's time to rock steady. your feet. No, hello.
Turn the cell phones off.
Yeah. I can't say you know, I'm in the studio do something now. I can't say you know. Alright? Yeah.
Lock it off.
Turn off your cell
Sorry,
phones.
all phones off.
Your phone.
All phones off.
When I looked back on my life, I realized how lucky I had been. Singing, dancing, and creating music since I was a boy. But one thing made me sad. The music that I loved so much was going to be forgotten if we didn't tell our story. So let us tell you about Rocksteady, the roots of reggae.
I and I they have give praises to the Father.
Yeah.
You understand? So we work in our
But don't this was a little room like what we used to. This was the original.
No, it was original.
Them just build over this.
Long time, no, come long time.
Huh?
We stay a long time.
I wonder if it's the same original studio.
My name is Wilburn Theodore Cole. Through my family, and then I adopted the name Stranger Cole. And the name Stranger came from when I was a baby. I was told I didn't resemble anyone in the family, so they called me Stranger. So when I grew up and take on to the music, I think I should use that name. So I used the name Stranger Cole. All these guys are my older friends, the legendary musicians of the Rocksteady era. We came together from different parts of the world for a Rocksteady reunion. Some of us had not seen each other for 40 years or more. We gathered here in Kingston to record an album of our greatest hits, to play at a concert, and to tell our story.
No, just the idea my bite must about 2-3 months. Was going on a tour. So I say, 2 minutes want to mash up this.
Well, this Rocksteady reunion means so much to me and all of my colleagues, which we have spoken about it, because this is like a renewal of something that was past, and it's coming back again. And this is what it's all mean to me. Brand new, one more time. Yes.
Ready?
Our family, respect.
One, we're going into now. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to tell the introduction?
Yes, of course.
1, 2, 3. The bomb F minor.
All right. The morning train is bound to Zion.
Right.
I see now the evening train.
Yeah, you just change same way.
Evening train will be too late.
Virgin and sister and F minor. Virgin and C minor, no them. When you come back to the just
Rocksteady for us, I think, is the root of reggae. It's the mother of reggae. Because a lot of Jamaican people, you ask if they prefer Rocksteady because they say the better song, the better singing, the better playing instrumentation within Rocksteady. So I think Rocksteady is the mother of reggae.
Rocksteady began 19 65. It never really ends. It's just a transformation into reggae.
Then while I'm trying to find the understood. Yes, so good you do.
That's me at the Sambero Club in the year 1962. I was 17 years old. When I started my career, the music in Jamaica was called ska. The ska was fast and very popular, but in the mid-60s, the music changed to a slow rhythm called rocksteady. Rocksteady is the music that it brings you to a more calmer way of going towards the music and going towards life. So I think that is what rocksteady is all about. Calm and easy. One of the first to break the fast beat down was a young singer called Hopeton Lewis.
When I went in, the ska was still in, and I tried to do the recording in the ska beat, but I just couldn't follow the beat. It was just too fast for me. I guess maybe I was lazy. I don't know. And I asked Gladstone to slow it down.
1, 2, 3.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. No, no, no. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to worry. Oh, yeah. No slipping, no sliding, no bumping, no boring. I want fair ride into town. If you fall from the race, it's no disgrace. Just pick yourself from off the ground. Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. No, no, no. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to worry. Oh, oh yeah. For the road is rough. And don't you ever get stuck. Take your time, take it easy, take your time. No need to hurry. Ah, well.
Hopeton Lewis' first song was a hit right away. I think he was trying to say that Kingston was moving too fast. In 1962, we gained our independence from Great Britain, and our capital, Kingston, attracted people, money, investors, and government projects. It was a growing town. Men and women found jobs. New buildings and plazas were going up, and things looked good. Kingston was the place to be.
My name is Judith Veronica Mowatt. They call me Judy Mowatt for my stage name. I was born in a quaint little village called Industrial Village, and that's in Gordontown. My community was a rural community, a deep rural community. At about age 13, I came to Kingston. My mother was then living in Kingston. I remember as a little girl, I was singing to the trees. The leaves would be my audience, and when they wouldn't applaud me, I would beat them with a stick. My grandmother looked at me and she said to me that, I think you're going to be some kind of entertainer. I started listening to Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, staple singers. Those were the people that I grew up with now, and they were my influence. They were the ones that influenced me and inspired me. I wouldn't say I was taught because I never had a formal education in music. I never had any formal training. My very first recording that I did with a group called the Gaelets was done right here in this studio. And at the time, it was called Federal Recording Studio. We did Silent River Runs Deep. That was a hit in Jamaica. And I can remember the day when I came in to record the song. I was very, 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 very nervous.
Rolling.
If sometimes I feel sad, don't worry, darling, things ain't that bad. You may think I don't love you, boy.
And the engineer didn't do any justice to my nervousness because he was very sharp. We don't know anything about, you know, singing on key, you know what I mean? And they would holler at you if you're not singing properly. And I was so nervous that I had to take tranquilizer when I'm going to the studio.
But through the good and the bad,
sorry.
When you go into the end there, maybe don't repeat the chorus over and over again. Come with just some little scatting, ad-lib, anything, not just repeating.
Am I allowed to make mistakes?
Yes, yes.
And correction?
Yes, we can do that.
All right.
So we're going to go, Judy. We're going to go.
Right.
if sometimes I feel sad, don't worry, darling, things ain't that bad. You may think I don't love you, boy, but listen, listen to me, boy. Listen, listen to me, boy. Listen. When I say, and I say, silent river runs deep. Silent river runs deep. That's how my love is. All right now.
I did not plan to be a singer. I really wanted to be a nurse. I saw myself in the hospital taking care of patients, but God had a different plan. His plan was for me to nurse hearts and not bodies. Music can heal you, music can make you happy, music can bring joy, but it touches the soul. And music touches where a doctor can never go, to the soul. So I became a soul doctor, a soul nurse.
It runs deep. It runs deep. Oh, my love runs deep. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, yeah. It runs deep.
Well, once again, we say hello to you, and of course, this is your party master, Richie B, the party master here in the Hot Mix on Hot 102 FM. And, you know, this is a moment that we long for, and it's happening right now as we speak. Two legends are in fact gracing our presence in the studios. Derrick Morgan, the king of ska, and the great man himself, Mr. Ernest Ranglin. And we say good afternoon to these legends and icons. Welcome to the studios of Hot 102 FM. How are you doing?
Welcome. Pleasure, man.
Suffice it to say that you're one of the artists billed for this great Rocksteady Legends reunion. How does that make you feel?
It's such a great feeling to have all these musicians. Some of them I haven't seen them for over 40 years and things like that. You know, so this is a great moment for me.
Yes, and so you're quite excited to be a part of this.
Of course, I certainly am. Well, ska was the first music that was really as our own music. And our own invention. That was really our signature for Jamaican dance music in those days.
I can demonstrate this stuff to you because I mean that was my pet era because I love creative dance.
Jamaican ska.
The most I can say that Rocksteady was much slower than ska. And then I think the answer to this whole beat was really the reggae.
No, there was no specific steps to reggae. It was just the music, and you did your own thing. Reggae? Reggae? Yeah, something like that.
It was a little bit quicker.
And that particular era, I think, was one of the best, the Rocksteady, because everything, the music was fresh, it was pure. I mean, we weren't getting any money, but we were giving of ourselves naturally, honestly, because we would just go in and sing from our hearts.
This reunion gave us a chance to visit places that were very important for Jamaican music. Alpha Boys School is such a place. Many of the great Jamaican jazz, ska, rocksteady, and reggae musicians got their music education right here. Our friend, Deadly Headley, was raised at this Catholic school, founded over 100 years ago.
Now we have a young man here. We call him Deadly Headley. Headley Bennett plays the saxophone. Today we have the man they call Stranger Cole, one of our great rocksteady ska singer, has made a lot of hits, who started the Jamaican music. We also have one of our famous pianist and singer, arranger and composer, Gladstone Anderson, who is one of our great musicians that make ska music, rocksteady, and reggae music. These guys been singing and playing all over the world. They're gonna do a song, Love Me This Evening, Stranger and Gladdy.
Love me this evening, tomorrow's sun may never shine. It won't grieve me, and love like yours I'll never find. Love for today, forget about tomorrow. Love me today. Love me today. If you're wrong, come and say you're wrong. Don't stay away. If you're wrong, come and say you're wrong. Don't wander away. Love for today. Forget about tomorrow. Love me today. Love me today. Why won't you love me? I need your love, 'cause I really need it. I want you to give me your, give me your love, baby. Oh, got to, oh, babe, give me love. Oh, babe, give me your love. Oh, baby, I need it. I really need your love.
Did you hear the story of me and the ice cream? Well, it was way back in the early when I was a teenager going to the Denham Town Comprehensive School. And my friends organized for me to go up and sing because they have this the end of term breaking up thing. So they told me that I should sing. So I went up and I sang a Jackie Edwards song called Tell Me Darling. You remember that one? And I got 2 ice cream. So that's where my career started in the music business. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Ice cream.
Ice cream man is around. He's there now.
Good. Ice cream.
Really love you from my heart. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, baby. I can't stop loving you. Never stop from loving you. I really need your love. Love. Never stop from loving you. Really love.
Rocksteady, that era was an era, it's a romantic era. And so we sang love songs. The times, everything combined. It was not just the music, it was the time that we were living in. Violent free, there was no violence. You could walk the street of Jamaica 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night. You could go from Trenchtown to Rosetown to Jonestown any hour without being harmed. You wouldn't think about that. And it was a time where men and women just had so much fun.
He really loved me. My name is Marcia Griffiths. I was born and raised in Hannahtown, Kingston, Jamaica. My father was a carpenter, very good carpenter. Some of the things I have in my house now is made by my father. My mother was a housewife, and my father, of course, he was a very good singer. And I think that's where I got my talent to sing.
I wonder if Miss Marcia Griffiths is here.
Hey, Miss
Hey, girl. Long time no see.
Oh, yeah. No. Good
Guess
to
what?
see you.
I brought you a lovely plant from my garden.
From your garden?
Yes.
Thank you, my sister.
My
Thank
darling.
you.
Griff, look at this.
Wow.
Oh, we have some more in here too.
No.
Some
Wow.
more.
Gosh, Jude.
My God, my God, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Girl.
my Lord. No.
This is Judy Mowatt.
Yeah, this look
The
like
group,
little
the
Shiva,
Gaelics.
yeah.
And I want to tell you something. I always loved Marcia Griffiths. This is a time when you started wrapping your hair.
Yes.
And this is a time when you had your soul,
This
your afro.
must have been the days, the beginning of I3.
Yes, this is the conscious era.
Yes.
Conscious
this is
era.
it. How we met, Jude?
I can't remember, but okay. I think it's the evening when Coxon, Sir Coxon Dodd, told me that he wanted me to come to his studio to do some background vocals.
And funny, look how many things come out of that meeting, that first meeting, because right there and then, that's where I asked you and Rita if you could come and do some harmonies.
Right, at the House of
At
Ten.
the House of Ten. And out of that, born the I3s.
Yes. We gave birth to the I3s.
That was when Bob, Peter, and Bonnie, the original Wailers, they were having some differences. And we ended up doing the entire Natty Dread album with Bob. And I keep saying to Rita and Judy, boy, you notice from the start doing, songs with Bob, everything is just green light. And that's where it all started.
I remember the first time we went with Bob Marley and the Wailers on tour. We went to Boston, and the club we played at was called Paul's Mall. The capacity was about 200. Then the next year when we went out, we looked at 1,000 or more, 10,000. Yes. And then we looked at 20,000 the next year we went out. It was 20,000. And in 1980, the last tour we did with Bob in Europe, it was 80,000, 100,000.
Bob thought we were three little birds and we should just do nothing else but sing. Our lips should never kiss, just sing. Yeah, that's what he said.
And for me, when Bob passed, it's as if for my solo career, I had to start all over again.
I never ever did relinquish my solo career at any time. Whether I'm Marcia Griffiths, part of the I3s, or Bob, Andy, and Marcia, I'm always, I always maintain my solo career. Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. Good to see you all.
Yes.
Brother Sly.
Oh, man.
Oh. Box.
Wow.
Backside.
Well, not me.
Oxys and paper young is in a black, Good to see you, Ox.
Yes,
Good to see you, man. Please, nice. Very nice, very nice. What? Oh, the key?
We get some minute left on all the rest.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a key.
tease and hurt me bad, but it's the way you do the things you do to me. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh.
Many singers of the Rocksteady era are still very active in touring the world. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. It's not only a love song, but it is a reflection of the life that we lived. It is a universal song of hope.
I'm gonna be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. No, it's not the things you do that you me bad, but it's the way you do the things you do to me. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. I am gonna be your number. Yes, my sister. The tide is high. The tide is high, but we have to hold on. Yes, every time.
The music is the greatest weapon we have today, and we are depending on this music to really bring the people and unite the people of the world, because this is all we have. And I am a witness to what Bob Marley did, and I know that this will never go in vain. And this is why we are here now, uniting everyone, almost everyone, you know, in the music, who can testify what this music, Rocksteady, and what our Jamaican music has done and is still doing for the world.
During the visit of the king, there was so much mystical movements. The rain came heavily falling, a few move, while it keep on ailing. I saw the plane and it's turning, and it make way for the landing. By the time it hits the landing place, the rain stopped falling, and everybody say, mystical movement, mystical movement. April 21st, 1966 was an important day for Jamaica. The Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie made a state visit to our island. Thousands of Jamaicans came to the airport to greet the Black King. My personal experience seeing the emperor was humongous, fantastic. It was something my eyes have never beheld before. I got my way in because, you know, I'm a very small person. So I found myself on the airstrip just next to the plane. So I got a good view of the emperor. Everything was kind of mystical for me then. We Rastafarians believe that Haile Selassie's coming was prophesied in the book of Revelation, the final book of the Bible. He is the promised Messiah from the Holy Scriptures. Seeing him with my own eyes made it mystical. After the visit of Haile Selassie, many more Jamaicans started to look to Africa for inspiration and culture.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the water, blood of Jesus Christ, Spirit of truth, to the mystical, to the international, to the universal, to the Field Marshal General, and his mythicalious, just my name is His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. Ja! 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 Come on!
My name is Dermot Fagan, priest of Emperor Haile Selassie School of Vision, Bible Studies, Prophecy, and Sabbath Worship. In the moon and stars by night, Jah shall preserve I from all evil, he shall preserve I soul. Jah shall preserve I adding out and I adding in from this hour henceforth and forevermore. Jah. The Rivers of Babylon, it is sung by many people over the years. But I, as a priest from the banner that I've mentioned before, have seen the necessity in reflection to the children of Israel, which we are today, the descendants of the ancient children of Israel, that were taken away by the British forces, by the Queen at that time, and have been into this captive state for 400 years. So then, in my mindset, that song was sung to reflect the slavery that affected us. And it is like this. By the rivers of Babylon, here I sat down, here I read, when I remember Zion. When I remember Zion. Babylon.
Singers like the Melodians turned traditional Africa-inspired songs such as Rivers of Babylon into rocksteady standards. Later, the song became a disco hit when re-recorded by Boothe of Germany.
By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we were, when we remember Zion, for the wicked carried us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King of a song in a stray?
My name is Hopeton Lincoln Sinclair Lewis. I was born in 97th Street, Trenchtown, Kingston, Jamaica. I now live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm now a gospel singer, producer, performer. My mother died when I was very, very young, so I was taken to Westmoreland, Burn Savannah, to be brought up by my family down here. This was the church that I grew up singing in when I first started singing. I knew that I could sing. It's called the Burn Savannah Holiness Church, right over here. Yes, night. What going on? In good? Yes. On the left is a house just like the one I used to live in. You know, and it was very comfortable and very, very nice. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, when I come back, it's coming home. It's a feeling which words cannot express. It's that joy, that jubilation that makes you feel like you have just won the biggest prize, you know, because you know you're going to get the real Jamaican food. You're going to be hugging family and friends, and you know, it's just, it brings so much contentment and take you back to your boyhood days and good things that happens. Yeah. I had to go to church whether I want to or not. It was a rule in the house. You have to go to church. So nobody took me. You had to go, or else you get a spanking. 40 years I've done in music so far, and I want to thank this community for giving me the chance to be one of the community, where I started singing right here in this little town here, Burn Savannah, for those who don't know, across the church across the road. I see my aunt sitting in front of me right here, Miss Edna. I love you. I know when I left here to go to Kingston to do my first recording, she was very upset with me. I remember that. She said, we're going to go sing rock song and all that. But praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
In a vision, I saw the Trinity stretching out his right hand for me, saying, oh my son, there is work to do. Many are called, but the chosen are few. How could it be? A question. He chose me. How could it be that he chose me? Listen. Awakened from my slumber, I started to wonder, how could it be he chose a sinner like me? First I thought there was something wrong, but then I get to understand that man sees the face, but God knows the heart. So no matter what others may think of you, just remember, Pastor, God is there for you, and man sees the face, but God knows the heart. God knows the heart. Man sees the face. God sees the heart. Man sees the face. God knows the heart. Yeah. Man sees the face. God knows the heart. Let's put our hands together.
Are you aware of some of the other artists that will be on the bill?
Oh,
I've heard names like, well, of course, DERRICK is going to be on it, Stranger Cole,
right.
Judy Mowatt is going to be on it. Who else can you recall who will be on the
John
concert?
Penn from London.
Yes.
Hopeton Lewis from New York. LEROY Sibbles.
Yes.
The original Rocksteady musicians.
Also, Hawks Brown, Lloyd Parks, you know, and Hawks Brown really, he's living now in California. So,
Okay.
you know, so it's great to have him out here with us.
I am really, really happy. Really, really happy. You know, come and see Hernie and Jackie, Gladdy, you know, the horn section guys I haven't seen for a long time. And I was really happy. I was nervous like hell yesterday. I'm ashamed to tell nobody. I was so goddamn nervous. A man wouldn't know.
He thought he had lost it.
Here we go.
My God. Nice tune, man.
Well, my name is Dawn Penn, and I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. My mom was a nurse, and my dad worked on the ship and was a stevedore. The first song I did in my entire life was You Don't Love Me, No, No, No. And from 1968 until now is a long time. It makes me feel old, but I can't put my foot in my mouth. It put food on my table. And I still was trying to figure out what is in the song that they like. And it's just 2 verses and everything. You say, well, how you deliver it and the rhythm and everything. No, no, no. You don't love me, and I know now. No, no, no. You don't love me, yes, I know now. Cause you left me, baby, and I've got no place to go now. No, no, no. I'll do any little thing you say, boy. Na 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 na. You don't love me, and I know now. I know this one is my signature song. I have to say it, and I cannot deny it neither. They gave me the list of who sang it, when they sang it, what year it was released, and things like that. Yes, and in the wider circle, you have J Mills. You know, they sample my voice and they go through the track. You have Wu-Tang Clan. You have even Vibes Cartel and Rihanna. And you also have even Sean Paul. I mean, everybody's just, you know what I'm saying?
The song You Don't Love Me, No, 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 sold thousands of records in Jamaica. Yes, records are still being made in Jamaican factories. They are in big demand by music lovers and collectors. Vinyl records help to spread our music around the island and around the world. In the last 4 to 5 years, we have produced over 100,000 titles. Quite extraordinary for my little island of 3 million people. Fantastic. Many singers and bands recorded Rocksteady singles and albums. So did the great Bob Marley.
I can remember doing we guys doing 4 songs for Bob during the Rocksteady era. One of them was Nice Time, Long Time. We no have no nice time. I know Rocksteady that. Who says so?
Get a fast that.
No, sir.
No.
Rocksteady, man. I can remember clearly. We went, all of us musicians, we went to Randy's studio that day.
We
and
did,
we do
Small Ox, yes, you're right.
And we did those 4 songs.
Small Ox, yes. Small Ox was one of the first songs. Yes.
Thank you, Lord. Nice Time.
Small Ox.
Thank you, Lord. Nice Time. Small Ox.
And there was another one. I don't remember the other one.
I think it's Pound Get a Blow.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it was Rockstar. It was right.
Grand
And that was
Studio,
4 hit. And then, but when Bob did those songs, that was at the tail end of Rocksteady. Rocksteady was on its way out, and he just barely caught the end of Rocksteady. And then now, he did. Then reggae came along, and then Bob Marley took it from there to high heavens.
My name is Derrick Morgan. I was born in Clarendon. My mom was a domestical worker, as my father was a preacher.
My name is Nellie Lee Morgan. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. My mother, she was a housewife. My father, he was a shoemaker.
This theater is my theater that started me in my career, 1957. They used to rent the theaters and do stage shows. There was Palace, Gaiety, you have Deluxe Theater, Majestic Theater, Ambassador Theater in Trenchtown. Christmas morning concert at 3 theaters in Crossroad, Carib, Regal, and State, and the last one would be War Theater in the evening. The same set of artists running from theater to theater. And all the theaters would be jam-packed with people. In 1957, they used to have, and it was on a Tuesday night, I can't tell you really the date, you know. They have Virgin's Opportunity Hour right at this theater here, and I was lucky enough to get elected to run in the contest. And I came out first that night singing, imitating Little Richards, doing a song called Long Tall Sally. And when after I came first, they asked me to sing another one, and I gave them Jenny Jenny.
Come on, you make me roll that thing, yeah.
How would I?
Come in at this, Derrick.
Oh, you know, oh, you see me?
Oh, you mean, me not see you, me feel you.
I hear you.
Oh, you hear right? Come in at this.
It's all right.
Come, we go up, now stop me, yeah.
Heal up the man, Ox. Heal, man. I man Skully.
Heal.
What you say?
All right,
I see you
man,
well
Derrick.
want try to come blind like Derrick Morgan, eh? Boy. But that's how it go.
I hear you have to tell people
They're not
that
true.
they grudge you.
You grudge me, man. That's true, man. Now, this court is in session, and I order all you rude boys to stand. You're brought here for gun shooting, ratchet using, and also bomb throwing. Now, tell me, rude boys, what have you to say for yourself? Your Hannah! Rude is no fear. Rude is no fear, no boys, Rude is no fear. Rude is no fear, no boys, Rude is no fear. See the man? Rougher than rough, tougher than tough, strong like lion. We are iron. Rude don't fear, no boys. Rude don't fear. Rude don't fear, no boys. Rude don't fear. Yeah, man, go on, let me hear you now.
Well, our Rocksteady songs were not only about love and culture. Derrick Morgan's song, Tougher Than Tough, is about rude boys, a Jamaican word for gangsters. In the late 60s, our peaceful island was confronted with a harsh reality. Kingston had been such an attraction for young men coming from the countryside, but there was not enough work for everyone. Some of them ran wild, joined gangs, and became rude boys.
What a journey. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Nice box.
Rude boy, you
yeah,
get
man.
sent. Rude boy, you get sent.
Yes. Yeah, man.
One by one, the downtown theaters closed down. People were too afraid to go out at night because of the rude boys from the shanty towns.
Well, Shantytown is a place where you have a lot of shacks. There were a lot of unfortunate people living in those areas, real unfortunate. Yes, I know, Sly? Yes, the shacks.
Poor side of town.
Yeah, the poor side of town. But it wasn't as violent as when that part come around, the rude boy thing. Because then you start to have gun, you know?
They start with a knife named Eddie Polo. They call it ratchet knife. They flash it like that. Until the violence started through politics.
Politics, yeah.
That time there was this politician was issuing gun to boys to shoot one another. PNP, JLP, giving out guns.
Yes. Sometimes, because of the environment, you can get mixed up in negative things. And that's how the gun thing started. Not just at Shantytown, but probably at the first place, but all over Jamaica. You know? No. Oh, 7. Right? Oh, Shanty, the cards now. We're going to sing now.
Yeah.
Watch out. One answer this now. Wait me. What's your timing? Yeah, man.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Play the song for them to hear the original song. So I'm having
No, man.
You don't want to hear the original?
No.
You want to see what it? Okay.
I don't want you the original if I can sing it over. Let us do it compact and nice.
All right.
Don't limit it, right?
Okay.
No limitation, no. This is my idea.
Run it.
I arranged this now.
All right, you run it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, 7 at Ocean 11, and the rude boys are good will cause them out of jail. Rude boys cannot feel, cause them must get bail. Them a loot, them a shoot, them a wheel like Shantytown. Them a loot, them a wheel, them a like Shantytown. A rude boy dip on probation, Shantytown. A rude boy mash up the town now, Shantytown. Hey, rude boys, Shantytown. Out of jail, must get bail. them a shoot, them a wheel a town. Them a do, them a shoot, them a wheel a shanty town. Rude boys out of jail. We must get bail. Rude boys out of jail. Hey.
Rastafari, ja. Thanks.
Let me swing over, if you don't mind, Ernest, to our next guest, my good friend, Mr. Derrick Morgan. It looks like you haven't aged a bit since the last time I saw you.
No, I can't afford to be aged, you know.
And the music tends to keep us all very young,
me young. Yes, the music keeps me very, very young.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you also, I'm sure, are quite happy to be a part of this great Rocksteady Legends reunion.
Oh, yes. I'm very much happy to be a part of it, yes. Many people in Jamaica don't know how much Rocksteady music I have done, because they always want to hear the ska era part. But this time they will be listening to pure Rocksteady from Derrick Morgan, so it would be a great thing for them to.
We can't wait.
Where I am really versatile.
The morning train. The morning train is bound to Zion.
Holy, alongside the eyes.
Oh, no, no, no. I said the evening train. The evening train will be too late.
And I can't afford to be late because I got this hot date, man. You know?
I say no. Brethren and sisters and hydrants. Brethren and sisters and hydrants.
Yeah.
Brethren and sisters and hydrants. The train is coming.
Yes, I know we're gonna be on the train. Yes, we got to be on the train. Yes, it's the morning train. Yeah. Cause the evening train is gonna be so late. And I can't afford to miss my date. So, of course, I gotta be on the musical train, man.
That was my good friend LEROY. When we were boys, this now abandoned train station was a very busy place. At that time, everything traveled by train. Bauxite, bananas, coffee, and people. Trains used to carry people from the rural areas to Kingston looking for work in new industries. But there were not enough jobs for everyone, you know. That's why tens of thousands of Jamaicans had to leave the country to find employment overseas. Many Rocksteady musicians and singers also left. Among them, Lynn Tate, Alton Ellis, Jackie Mittoo, John Holt, Bob Marley, and also myself. Well, when I went to Canada, to be frank, you know, the music business wasn't as good as it is today. It was more on a low key, you know? So I had my families to feed and things like that. So I went to work in Canada. I work at a place named Tonka Toy that made toys, and I was a machine operator there. Yes, and then it goes on until I open a record store in the Kensington Market in downtown Toronto, and I was told that was the first Caribbean thing to be established there.
We're going to do one more time from the top again and try.
We're ready whenever you are.
Rocksteady train. Yeah. Got yourself a blimey plane on the train, y'all.
Stop that train, I wanna get on. My baby,
Cause my baby's gonna leave another train, as I was saying.
Stop that train, I wanna get
My baby's leaving me now, and I feel so mad, you know. My baby's gotta find some work in another city, in another town, in another land far away. Makes me feel so sad, you know. I'm feeling so bad. No money to pay the rent, no money to pay for the food that I was saying. And the children gotta go to school in Africa, you know.
Stop that train, I wanna get on.
Baby,
my baby, she's leaving me now.
Baby, 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 baby.
Stop that train.
Yes, 'cause I wanna get on the musical train now. On the Rocksteady train, you got no one to believe it, ain't no much pain, yo. Some gotta take the train to work. Some gotta take the plane. People, my name is LEROY, and I am a toaster, and I'm really happy to be that. The difference between the singer and the toaster he talk, the singer sings. You know, toasting started way back in the 60s here in Jamaica. Okay? I don't know specifically a time that rap started in the state, but I know that it's way after toasting was already being done here.
Due to the weak economy in Jamaica, Derrick Morgan and his wife Nellie were separated for many, many years. Finally, after 38 years, they were able to live together in their new house in Jamaica.
I met Nellie 1962, and we got married 1968.
But I migrated in 68 May the 18th. Derrick didn't come to Florida until 1979. So all my years is in Florida until I just moved home 2 years ago.
I travel around, so not everywhere she could go because she do nursing also. She used to nursing in America, and while she doing her work, I'm doing mine. You know, singing is my career, and that's what I live off. And I travel all around, and that everywhere Nellie could go with me to travel.
And I have to stay with the children.
And she stay with the kids while I go look 10 cents, you know. We have 2 children before marry. I've got a lot more children away from Nellie's home because I have about 14 children. You see, when Nellie met me, she met me about 8. But our family, we all unite together, we live in good, and everybody become one people at all time. We live happy. We are happy. Whatever we do, I think we're happy. What do you say about that, Nellie? Aren't you happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our reunion would not be complete without a man called LEROY Sibbles. I think he is one of the backbones of Rocksteady, not only as a singer, but also as a musician.
Well, there, yes, sir. Why not tell you that?
TAMLINS, man, original people. Oh, yeah, man.
There is more tune there now. Let's tune them again, Junior.
Equal.
Everyone have an equal right.
Equal right.
Equal right.
You want to bust it?
Of course, man. Bust it. Run it.
Fire, papa, fire, papa, papa. 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 Now every man has an equal right to live and be free, no matter what color, class, or race he may be. Treat him right, Lord, and treat him good. Take a tip from me, don't hang him on a tree. race they may be. Remember, we're all one flesh and blood. Keep your brother up, don't you push him in the mud. Never give against another man. Whoa. Everyone has an equal right to live and be free. No matter what color, class, or race they may be.
We had mostly love songs, yes, but we had other songs like, you know, equal rights, you know, a song like, like I said, fight it to the top. You know, we had songs like Soul Power. Oh Lord, give me power each hour to set my people free. You know, these kind of, yeah, because we were touched by our condition and the state of sufferation that was all around us. We were always conscious of this, so we had to write these songs too, you know? You know, we saw the plight of the poor man, and we were part of it too, so we had to be, you know, they were influence and inspirations of our environment.
Move! Hey! Hey! Move!
No. Let us read it already.
So when you enter in the trench zone, you would see poverty, you'd see the dog, you'd see the garbage, you'd see the usual mess that a ghetto entails. People scrabbling into garbage to find food to eat. I was one of those persons in Trenchtown who would go in the garbage and look for things. Sometimes you find jewelry, you find matches, you find bubble gum. You know, so kids were that excited to see the garbage man coming. And it don't mean anything to us. That's, whoa, garbage is coming. You know, if you go into the garbage, you might be able to find something to eat. Then you wouldn't be hungry. And so we did that. We go for that. But we knew that it's going to get better. You know, there's a song that Bob Marley does about, can anything good come out of Trenchtown? Yes. And we're here to prove that, yes. Good came out of Trenchtown. And good is still in Trenchtown.
This is Trenchtown Culture Yard. It used to be a tenement yard, which was restored as a museum. In the 1960s, it was a meeting place for rocksteady singers and musicians. Rita Marley at that time was a part of the famous female vocal trio, the Soulettes.
My right name actually is Alpha Rita Constantia Anderson. Before I got married with Bob Marley in 1966. Yes. I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trenchtown. And Georgie would make the firelight. Log was burning through the night. And we would cook cornmeal porridge, which I share with you. Feet was our only carriage, so we gotta push on through. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Oops. Good old Trenchtown. Never changes. Everything remains the same way. I remember. This room holds so much memories. I don't know how I'm doing this, but it puts me through an emotional feedback that I remember. Yes, this is the room that I first made love to Bob. The first time we ever had a chance to have sex together. This was like our magic room. This was first Tata's kitchen. Tata was a pal of Bob's, one of Bob's best pal. Most beloved pal is Tata. And when I would come from my house to visit Bob in the nights, he would give up his kitchen for us to have some privacy. And so that experience of, yes, I remember. Most talented musicians out of Jamaica, they came through a Trenchtown era where this is where they started. They grew up here. I don't know if it's because of the poverty and the need, where we got very, our vocals, we got very, like you would say, you're beseeching. You know, we were singing from our hearts. We were singing how we're feeling. We weren't singing another man's song. We were singing our song. The life we live was our everyday music.
Let's not quarrel. Let's not fight. Let's get together. We all can unite. Then take off these chains from off our feet. 'Cause we're gonna walk down Freedom Street. Everybody knows we're gonna walk down Freedom Street. Let me tell you people, united we stand, divided we fall. Respect your brothers, sisters and all. Let's not deal illiteracy. Work it out intelligently, Lord, 'cause we're gonna walk down Freedom Street. Everybody knows we're gonna walk down Freedom Street. Yeah, freedom, freedom of justice, freedom of speech, freedom for the little baby child. Too much injustice, too much war brings pain. Freedom, freedom. Can't see clearly, 'cause I worked hard last night. It must be a vision, 'cause there's no chains in sight. I see a big street, oh Lord, where all ends meet. It must be Freedom Street, oh Lord, freedom, freedom for the little baby child, for you and for me. Freedom, freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom is reality. Freedom, can you hear me singing out? Freedom, freedom. Can't you see? Can't you see? Need some freedom. Too much pain, too much sorrow.
My name is Kenneth George Boothe. At this time of my life, I'd really love to see a nice time come back again. You remember Bob sing a song? Long time We now have no nice time. Do you, yeah. Think about that. Why people wouldn't listen? Hey, and if the music, they have to watch what they're doing with the music today now. Because some of the music today are not uplifting people's mind. You know, because music have a lot to do with people. And when you sing songs with violence and songs about gun and those kind of things, what are you really telling people to do? Because a song go everywhere. You can hear the song here, you hear it in Africa, you hear it in Nigeria, you hear it in Switzerland, you hear it in Italy, you know? So it's a message, and we should make sure that that message is uplifting, not to bring down, but to build up, you know?
Once again, Ernest Ranglin and Derrick Morgan. It was my great pleasure having you both. And we wish you well. Once again, the Rocksteady Legends Reunion Concert features Derrick Morgan, Stranger Cole, Judy Mowatt and the Gaelets, Marcia, Griffiths, Dawn Penn, straight out of London, out of New York, Hopeton Lewis. And you think this will be a great concert?
Well, I am looking forward to really enjoy this concert.
And we are looking forward to seeing you as well. Derrick, we know what you bring when you enter the stage, and it will be no less at this great Rocksteady Legends Reunion.
I don't hear a lot of Rocksteady these days, so it's good to come out one night.
In my wild partying days, it was Rocksteady.
The feeling was better, more than today, because the music was smooth. It just make you cool and easy, just rocking out. The singers and the composers at that time, I don't know how many of them will have a chance to sing again.
It's a very good lineup, and we're here to enjoy the best of it.
Love it, and you're gonna love it too.
Let us dance. People get ready. Come dance, dance, Rocksteady. People get ready. Come dance, dance, Rocksteady. Out in the moonlight, we will dance. Out in the moonlight, hand in hand. So people get ready. The people get ready. Come to Rocksteady. Out in the moonlight, we will dance. Out in the moonlight, hand in hand.
I'm just a lonely boy looking for someone to love me the way that I love you.
So people get ready. Come to Rocksteady. People get ready. Come to Rocksteady.
Our reunion has come to an end. I hope that you enjoyed our journey to the days of Rocksteady. For me, it was wonderful to see my old friends together again one more time. And I hope not for the last time. We were poor people, We came from humble backgrounds and from a small island, but that didn't discourage us. We created a music that will continue to inspire and uplift.